Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Ms. Shehzad. Today's topic is dietary guidelines of preschool or school going children. Let's start with the dietary guidelines. While planning a diet of a preschool or school going children, you should always consider these points that the diet should be adequate in quantity and quality of different nutrients. Means you should always see the food quality and quantity while making them eat, in addition to the amount of milk recommended. The preschool child should have two small servings of protein rich foods like eggs, meat, milk, and other non vegetarian foods. Pulses, paneer, cheese. When the child is about 5 to 6 years, they started to feel hungerness more. So you should try to maintain and identify how much the kid is eating. Next point. Proper elimination is usually maintained by daily diets of fruits, vegetables, and whole grain products. Fruits and vegetables not only supply vitamins and minerals, but also are rich source of antioxidants. They protect our body or children's body from bacteria and infections. Third point, the diet should include a variety of foods. The child who is taught to eat everything on his plate is much more likely to enjoy optimal health than the one who is a picky eater and chooses to eat. The child should have access to items from all food groups on a regular basis. It is a very common problem in our children that they are picky eaters. If they don't eat any specific food or specific group of food, we should modify that food. We should make their shape change, or we should change in a such a way that they did not get notified what they are eating. Example, if they don't eat nuts, grind them into a powder, mix with the whole wheat flour, and make the rotis of it. Then give it. They will not identify what they are eating. They just eat it. Food intake of children improve if the food is interesting and attractive. If you're spending a lot of time in your kitchens making different kind of food, tasty food, but the dish is not attractive, then the children will not eat. If you are doing anyhow so much hard work, just give more 10 minutes to look it attractive. For example, if you are making chapatis, make them into different shapes, star shapes, heart shapes, teddy bear shapes, any which is easy for you. You can grind beetroot, spinach, and mix with the flour and make rotis of it. It may look colorful and attractive to the children and they eat easily. Food should be slightly seasoned so that they taste better and the child takes it well. Next point, child should never force to eat more than he can take. If you are making your child forced to eat so much, at last they will vomit. The person feeding the child with the food should not show any dislikes of that food in front of the child. This may lead to the rejection of food by child. As in our Indian household, usually we sit together and eat. And by mistake, if the salt is so much in the food, you suddenly give reaction, oh, the salt is more. Your reaction is simple, okay, but the child thinks, oh, the salt is more. We should not eat a thing like that. The sudden reaction, the reactions should be avoided at such times to let the child eat that things easily. Dislike food should be mixed with favorite food. As we have discussed, if the children is not eating any specific kind or group of food, try to mix with another food which he is liking it. Food preference of the child should be taken into consideration. It is very important to notice what food the children is eating and what food he is not eating. If the children is very picky eater, then give the food which he is eating. Instead of not eating, at least he is eating. If he likes dosha or chapati, try to give 2 times a day and several times in a week. At least he is eating, which he is getting nutrition. Or else, if you are giving forcefully the food she is not liking, then what the use of making such difficult recipes, spending a lot of time, and the baby is not eating? Then regularity of meal time is essential. This leads to the development of good eating habits. Always maintain a schedule of meals. Fixed times. If you are giving morning meal at 8 o'clock, try to give lunch at 12 o'clock. Keep this timing fixed on a daily basis, which leads the body to give signals, okay, this time is for eating. They feel hungry. Then the body starts starving. If you're giving alternate times or different times, the body will get confused when to eat and what to eat. So try to maintain a fixed timetable for every children. Different cooking methods and new attractive combination encourage the child to eat more. And if your children is not liking any kind of food, try to make in different way that he started liking that. For example, if you are making a normal vegetable simply, but he is not liking it. Try to make that vegetable pocket size or a vegetable pizza or mixed with pasta. He or she may start eating that. Try to modify your cooking skills, change your skills, try to alternate the shape of that vegetable. The child should never be hurried while taking food. The atmosphere should be pleasant, peaceful, and lacking distraction. Nowadays, it is common that children are eating while seeing TV, computer. It should be not like that. Water should be given to the child frequently. The water should not given before the meal and not immediately after the meal. Before the meal, it leads to the fullness of the stomach, and after the meal, it get danger for digestion. Inclusion of curd is a good for the diet. Including curd helps to fulfill the protein and helps the decreasing from diarrhea. Unripe banana apples should not be given as they are difficult to chew and may choke the child. Children should be discouraged to take processed and junk food. If you start give one time junk food in a day, it's good, but don't give more than twice. If your child is not eating the meals, try to give them reward. Say, if you finish this meal, I will give your favorite food like chocolate, milkshake, etc. The problems: underweight. Giving a lot of food, but the food is not nutritious. What the use of giving food? Give the food which is nutritious and in a proper quantity, which help the body to grow. Then constipation. Consumption of less quantity of a food can lead to constipation. Early morning hurry to go to school and lack of sleep and activity can also lead to constipation. Children may not relish vegetables and fruits, particularly green leafy vegetables. Parents should make an effort to motivate the children to eat by serving in different forms. Then obesity. Obesity is nothing but gaining a lot of weight. Force feeding, not instilling in the child minds that all food in the plate has to be completed. Psychological stress, avoiding junk food, reducing eating in front of the television, skipping breakfast, not using the food at the reward, giving a lot of food. Usually, the parents at starting time they try to make their child eat everything and try to give them more food, which is good, but after a certain time it may lead to obesity and they may get laziness as the energies, as the carbs is more, they get laziness and the growth will be stunted. The height will not grow because of the more weight in their body. Infections. Common infection and malnutrition contribute significantly to child morbidity and mortality. Infections are prevented by good hygiene practices and developing immunity in the child. A child needs to eat more during the and after episodes of infection to maintain good nutritional status. As the children is started to go to school, we give lunches, so we should consider these points. Packed lunches have commonly necessity for school going children as schools are either away or lunch period is too short for the children to go home and have food. The packed lunch is a lunch that is packed in a tiffin box to be eaten by the child while away from the home. So it should be quantitative and qualitative, that the child can easily eat, chewy, bite, and it should be hygiene. The packed lunch should be meet one third of daily requirements of calories like protein, vitamins, carbs. The, if you're giving 3 times, 4 times in a meal, the one third of the meal should be given in the lunch. The all requirements should be considered in the lunchtime. Preferably, the packed lunch should consist of all five food group system, but it is impossible that the children will eat that. Inclusion of one serving of green leafy vegetables would take care of one third requirements of many vitamins and minerals. If you are giving any green leafy vegetables in the lunchtime, the one third of the requirements of five food group system will be completed. Some amount of good quality protein like milk or milk product like curd, paneer will improve vegetable proteins. You can give also like this to make the food appetizing. Whole fruit or buttermilk in a bottle or a crispies in a polythene bag can be taken. Sometimes the baby is not in a mood to eat what you have gave or not hungry, then you can give alternate to that like juice, buttermilk, chips, wafers. At least instead of staying hungry, he will eat something or the other. Try to give her favorite snack. It is sensible to have a different food in packed lunch than what one had for breakfast. It is always should be considered to try to maintain different types of food in the morning, breakfast, and the lunch. It helps the children to get excitement of what they will get in the lunchtime. If you are already given the breakfast and you have given the same lunch, the child may not show interest in eating that. Containers should be clean and dry immediately after returning from school as it is maintain hygiene. Involve the child in planning, preparing, or packing the lunchbox, which helps the child to get excitement to open the lunchbox in the lunchtime. Make the lunch simple. Most children eat lunch quickly so that they can spend more time socializing or playing with friends. So don't be make chaotic or confusing that the child may get confused how to eat. That's why. Send easy to open packages. Cut up fruits, vegetables, rolled chapatis with stuffing and sandwiches. If you're giving rice and some vegetable curry and you're telling eat with hands, it may get difficult for him. So try to give simple and easy to eat things in the lunch box. Send portion which can be completed during lunch period time. If you're giving lot of food and the time is less, then it is very problem and the baby gets stressed. Some suggested pack lunch is vegetable pulao, chapati stuffed with dal, then idli, then khichdi, and granola. It's a granola means we kind of mixed nuts bar. Then give sandwiches, then give her favorite food, parathas, and everything. Some points which should be considered by the teachers at the lunchtime. Teachers should supervise their students whether the child is eating or not. If the child is not eating, initiate them. Try to motivate them to eat that lunch at the lunchtime. Tell them what are the benefits and how the body gets strong when they eat the nutritious food. Next point is cranky. If you're giving a lot of sugar and sodium, your child may feel aggressive, anger. Enjoy your motherhood as well while making the different types of recipes. Introduce new food at a time. Don't be in hurry to introduce a lot of foods. Allow the kid to know what his likes and dislikes are. Try to give seasonal fruits. Allergy. If you're giving kiwi today and the child is getting sick tomorrow, try to give this food next week and see whether the child is getting again sick. If she getting again sick, then don't give this food next time. This is the plate rule. Try to add this all types of foods. This is the again one type of meal plan. Here are 2 weeks of meal planning. You can consider it. If you got any benefit from this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you have any doubt, you can easily, freely ask in the comment section.